Hi, this is Marilyn from KK's Quilt Studio. Welcome back. We had another question from the mailbag, and this is about edge-to-edge areas. And when you have set up an area, repeated your design, and everything looks good until you got down here to the bottom of your quilt, and you either have too much quilt left over or not enough, and this bottom row is not lining up with the end of your quilt top. What to do? Well, I don't know if this is the correct thing to do, but this is what I do. So let's go back here to the top and remind you that, when you are quilting out in edge to edge, usually the only thing you're doing is repeating this top row. You're only sewing out this row. Of course, this top row first row is cropped off, so you wouldn't be repeating that, but you would be going down here to the second row and sewing it out multiple times. When I sew out my first row that is cropped and then return to my second row, I'm not going to jump down to the second or the third, the fourth and fifth row and so on. I'm going to keep repeating this second row. It is a full repeat of what I want to sew out across my quilt. So there's no need to go down, physically move my start point to the bottom of the quilt. I'm just, for simplicity's sake, going to keep sewing this second row over again. So I'll line it up with my top and then repeat across. But what do you do when you get down here and your area is not lining up with the bottom of your quilt top? What to do? You either have more quilt top or less quilt top. So this original bottom row crop is not going to work. So this is what I do. Go up to area, and we're going to clear this purple line around here. Was the area that we cropped off, and you'll see our quilting edge to edge still stays the same because I did baseline that before, or when I finished sizing up and before I started quilting. Now we are going to start or set up a new two-corner area. So you are at the bottom of your quilt. You're going to drag your machine head, and remember that the little crosshairs designate my machine head, and so we're going to line that up with the bottom of our quilt. So say the bottom of our quilt ends right there, and so we want to crop off this portion of that row. What we're doing is setting up a new bottom to our quilt top. So if your quilt is straight and everything looks good, use your two-corner. If not, use the multi-point. If you got waves in the bottom of that quilt, or it ends here, but on this side it ends down here, use your multi-point and set that up. I'm going to do a two-corner. So that's the bottom of my quilt, and then drag this over, and this is just going to be off the center or off the bottom of the quilt somewhere, and hit my second point. So now I have a new area box, and I'm going to go back to modify and crop out another area. Instead of outside like I did to set up the edge to edge, I'm going to click inside and click my edges to clean up starts and stops. And so there you have a new bottom to your quilt, and you can finish off that last row just like that. I hope that helped. I hope that answers your questions. Um, Shoot me an email or drop me a line in case that was clear as mud, and I'll try to clarify up anything you didn't understand. Thanks again for joining me. Bye, bye for now.